So chat, apparently the iShow Speed America tour isn't going so great. Pyro says it's a disaster, but I don't know if I believe that. That seems like a kind of a clickbait title. Let's check it out though.
Welcome to Speed Does America.
Ain't no way chat calling me a clanker.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Speed! Welcome to my princess!
Don't be promoting your fucking music, bro.
Wait, so he's collecting? He's collabing with Mr. Beast for this live stream?
Yep, this production might be actually it up.
iShow Speed has a problem. He has a huge problem.
Okay, everybody has a huge problem these days. Like every streamer, every YouTuber. Oh, this person is having a huge problem. You want to know what the huge problem is? You got to watch this video. And it's like, okay.
Problem. A problem that
Let's
could
watch it
end
then.
his career. And I'm not talking about his current US tour, but I will be going into that in detail. I'm talking...
What's this title here? What's this title here then, buddy? Because you're talking about the US tour. That's what you said you were talking about. What are we doing here? What's this then? What's this then?
more about the fact
Sorry,
that
that
he
was
does not
cringy.
like one of my favorite artists, Echo 2K. He had a donation
okay.
come on his stream playing Echo 2K Peroxide, and he decided to crash out thinking it was some random SoundCloud rapper promoting his music.
Hey, don't be promoting your fucking music. Hey, Echo 2K, don't be promoting your fucking music, bro. We don't got time for this shit.
Now, iShow Speed is probably one of the biggest English-speaking streamers on the platform. The guy is unmatched. And obviously, to be at the top of your game, you have to
I need to know who XO2K is now.
you know, a little bit of clip farming. I've talked about this before. People like Speed, people like Jinxie, people like Queso, they're all very talented in their own right, but the only reason that they are as popular as they are now is because they blew up from people clipping their content and posting it onto shorts. Why would you watch a 2-hour stream?
Wait,
of
so wasn't it a 35-day stream, but it's 50 states? Wasn't that what it was? Because I feel like that's not enough time in each state. Like, there's certain states where you're not even going to be there for a day at that point. So, like, what are you going to do?
someone
I don't
watching other
understand
people's
the
videos?
premise.
I've never done that before.
Like, I'm not stupid. I understand the premise. But, like, how are you going to go to certain states for less than a day? How does that work?
When instead you could watch a 6-second clip of a funny fat man doing a scream.
I hear something. What does that mean?
I love Queso, bro. Queso's great.
Yo, thank you for the 10 gifted, Jemima. Yo, thank you for the 10 gifted. W's in chat for Jemima. How dare a streamer?
No, that's a horrible impression of Queso, bro. You gotta go, you're banned! You called me fat, you're banned! You gotta do that. That's a good impression.
Someone for giving him money. Shameful. Now, originally, being a streamer, it was pretty simple. You'd stream a family-friendly classic game like Brazilian Drug Dealer 3.
A classic.
Ronaldo. But now it feels like you have to strap an elderly person to a nuke like Slim Pickens in Dr. Strangelove. I mean, since around 2018 when Mr. Beast was basically buying up billboards to promote PewDiePie in his subscriber war against T-Series.
And so I just wanted to tell you guys to go subscribe to PewDiePie because, you know, I want him to remain the #1 most YouTuber. It'd just be a shame if he got passed.
By the way, just to make you feel old, that was 6 years ago. My God, that is...
What the oh my. Bro, he successfully made me feel old.
Fuck!
What the hell?
That is terrifying. That is terrifying. Can you imagine that there are actually going to be new gens that get like access to the internet and they're going to have no idea who PewDiePie was? Like, honestly, it's going to reach the point that if
That's
you weren't
insane.
a skin in Fortnite, no one's going to know that you existed. Now, back to iShow
No.
Speed.
You wear the skin in slither.io or agar.io. Do y'all even know what those games are? I was playing these the other day on stream. And one of my regulars came into my stream and was like, what the fuck are you playing? And I was like, you don't know this game? Bro, I grew up on this game.
Surprisingly, in his more recent
In my
streams,
free
he
time at
seems to have
school.
matured a little bit. He's a lot less kind of shouty and screamy. I mean, a good example is when he was in Place Sweden, a place that I hold near and dear to my heart. He was obviously just, you know, crashing out there, screaming at people, barking in public.
Gentlemen, Royal Palace, act accordingly.
But even
So they
before
took
that,
it outside to continue barking?
Speed he was an absolute menace, right? The guy was setting off fireworks in his room, and I can't show you that. I'll show you this still image. I'm not showing you anything else because the last time I talked about it, like 2 years ago, the video got age restricted and limited ads. Despite
Yeah. You can't show kids using fireworks on YouTube. Did you know that? I did not know that until I got a community guideline strike on my old YouTube channel. And I was like, that's a community guidelines thing? What? It was me using fireworks. That's the fucked up part. It was me and my brother. I just made a vlog. It was me and my brother using fireworks as normal fucking responsible citizens. And I got in trouble with YouTube for it.
like, his stream still staying up, but Speed has moved on to bigger and greater things because he is now doing a US tour, which is surprising because the guy's been everywhere. He's been to Europe. I'm sure he's been to some other places, mostly Europe, but now he's actually doing a tour in his own home country. Now, while researching this video, I actually found out that someone compiled every place that iShowSpeed visited, and it's called iShowMap. Like, he streamed in Saudi Arabia, Brazil. He even tried to stream in North Korea at the DMZ, but that was actually shut down.
I went to go to North Korea, right? I tried to bring like my live view and streaming stuff. The military police borders. They took my live view and streaming. So Dan chat, when he was like right by the border, we had this dude right by us, so we couldn't stream. That was like my whole day. This is the picture right here of the military officer. It's him like restraining me just a bit.
Now, there are a fair amount of streamers that do travel the world while they stream, but most of them...
Why would you go to North Korea to do that? Like, I get virality, but that's just dangerous.
Kind of sat in hotel rooms doing content, kind of like what, you know, I'm doing right now. But the guy will walk around, interact with people, usually get swarmed, and show countries in a pretty natural light. I know this sounds like Omega tier glazing, but Speed is basically like one of 2 streamers that have actually had like an impact on the countries that he's visited. I mean, for example, in his live stream in China, the Chinese government actually came out and thanked Speed for showing like the real version of China, not just the propaganda. I know by saying that sentence, it sounds like I just had $50 sent to my PayPal account from the CCP. Yeah, all right, fair enough. To be fair, I do want to point out as well, Speed's stream in China was, I think it was very scripted.
Nah, do you
as
remember
well.
Red Note when TikTok was about to be banned and then they banned it for like a week and then it came back and then it was a whole publicity stunt? Do you remember Red Note that everyone was moving to? It was like the actual Chinese TikTok, and people were able to have access to it in the US, and like we were actually interacting with real Chinese people. It was crazy. It was cool. Whatever happened to that? Nobody does that anymore. Nobody uses that app. I get notifications for it every once in a while, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, not for any specific reason. I'm just not interested in it anymore because nobody else is going on there.
I mean, obviously he has like a production team in most of these countries, but that was probably one of the most scripted streams out there because obviously China doesn't want to look bad to the Western world. They want to look like they're doing better than them. But then there's other countries he's visited as well, like Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and they actually used taxpayers' money to pay Speed for him to visit in the hopes that it would actually boost tourism in those respective nations. But like I said, Speed is now doing a tour of America. This is a 24-hour live stream that never ends. And it's
I
meant to
wonder
last.
if everywhere that he goes now, after like the first few different country streams, I wonder if every country is doing that now. And like, I wonder if he's getting paid by the states that he's visiting.
Over a month, 35 days. And he's basically just documenting his travels all across America. Now, the problem is Speed has had some hiccups in the past with streams and stuff. Unfortunately, the American stream, his own home turf, this has been like single-handedly one of the most disastrous streams that have ever happened. So to kick off the marathon, Speed basically unveils this huge tour bus that he'll be traveling in for the duration of the trip. So
I haven't watched any of this, by the way.
Huge reveal. They were playing All of the Lights by Kanye, but whoever was handling the audio,
like I get it for people that like are interested in this and want to watch it, but I don't really care that much. But I'm hearing that something is going wrong, and that's what I'm interested in. Not because I want it to fail, just because like it's not the type of content that I would watch. So like I don't know.
At the right time, and then when they got it working, it actually turned off for a couple of seconds, so it's just this silent drone shot whilst the dancers are performing in front of the bus, and Speed is just raging and yelling, trying to fill in the dead air.
Welcome to Speed Does America. Now enjoy the show and look at the tour bus. Let's go. This is the tour bus. Enjoy the show. Speed Does America, baby. Let's go.
This is kind of awkward.
Let's go. Yeah. That production might be actually
Then there was a drone shot again.
Oh, that's hilarious. Just dead silence and all of the lights.
This production might be actually
Then there was a drone shot again, a firework display to accompany the bus being unveiled. And in one part in the drone shot, it displayed what was supposed to be his name. Instead of saying "I show Speed," it just says "I show Sped."
Speed Does America, chap. That boy's ready for a
Sped.
house review.
Now, I probably don't have to tell you what the word "sped" actually means. It's a pretty derogatory word.
I show Sped.
For, certain people with mental conditions. Now, I'm guessing what they were doing here is the lightning bolt is actually meant to represent like an E, but it just looks like sped. I'm sorry, man. There's I don't know.
This is
who
so
thought
dumb.
That was a good idea. If you had like 2 lightning bolts, that actually would have made sense. But having the E and then the lightning bolt...
No, because then it would just be Power Rangers SPD.
Word. Now, allow me to put on my tinfoil hat and give you a schizo game theory. Personally, I think I'm getting a bit too old and jaded for this, but I have a sneaking suspicion that all the fumbles on this stream were on purpose. I think they're on purpose to kind of drum up hype and get people talking about it. I mean, I'm doing a video on it. There's been loads of clips made about it of people sharing it online. People that would not watch I Show Speed in the first place. They'd probably see...
You know, that's a good point. That is a good point. That is probably true. I wouldn't doubt it.
A clip on live stream fails and think, okay, that's pretty funny. Let me check out his channel and actually see what's happening. So... I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like it could be a bit of a 4D chess moment to actually make these mistakes on purpose, you know, because I feel like if that happens, more people would actually tune in to watch it as opposed to everything running.
Nah, it's like that Windpress guy that I was talking about earlier, where he would bring up like a half-naked anime character on screen just randomly and go, ah! It's completely on purpose, bro.
And again, the most viral clips that have gone from this tour so far is Speed basically crashing out and being annoyed.
He's pulling his cock out.
Yo, bro, thank you for the raid. Holy shit. I was lurking, by the way. See?
Dude, this isn't a
wait.
music video, Hassan.
I was what the fuck? I was lurking. I promise. Holy shit. This looks bad, bro. I'm so I was lurking. I swear. I had you right here. You were on that.
Speed famous. I don't care if you enjoy the guy's content.
Bro, I swear this isn't a clip farm. I'm so sorry. You were on my screen at one point. All good, just ended. I appreciate the raid.
That's totally valid. I think he's very entertaining and he deserves.
Thank you, Sergeant Spicy Oven. Thank you for the follow.
He became famous through clip farming, like most modern streamers.
Broke off like an iPad kid.
But also, to be fair, I don't think anyone...
that's the most iconic fucking clip farm I've ever seen. Nobody said that in his comment section. I guarantee it.
Broke off like an iPad kid.
But also, I don't think anyone originally means to clip farm. I think they do something and then it goes viral and then they want to recreate that. And that's how it turns into a clip farm. Like, you've probably seen my TikTok or my Instagram, and half of it is just Lamau fat joke. Lol, fat joke. And again, like, if you check the views, they have gone way more viral than anything else that I've posted. Now, obviously, one of the biggest issues with a 24-hour live stream is sleep. Speed is a human, and he needs to sleep. And I doubt as much energy
really?
as the guy has,
that's
anyone
crazy.
Can stay awake for 35 days without any kind of sleep. Now, the iShow Speed management team, they had a bit of a dilemma. Wait a minute. If Speed is sleeping, that's bad. No. He can't sleep because then people click off the stream. I have an idea. We make a AI VTuber of Speed to interact with chat.
No way. Bro, they're really doing that? Wait, I gotta see. He's gonna bring up a clip, I'm sure, but I gotta see this. So
people won't scroll off their iPads. And as you can expect, with the hate of AI at the minute, people have basically resorted...
Bro, he's doing the thing that female streamers do when they do sleep streams. He's sleeping in the most diabolical position ever. Nobody sleeps like this. People would sleep with a blanket on. No one sleeps like this unless they're trying to maintain viewership.
To calling AI Speed a clanker. And then in response, AI Speed basically said he would enter full bark mode, whatever that is.
Ain't no way chat calling me a clanker. Bro, I'm not some rusty bot. I got feelings. You wild virtual being. Watch your mouth before I go full bark mode, dead ass. Chat, who should I roast next?
And even though it's only been a couple of days, he's met up with a lot of celebrities.
Was he
like
sleeping while holding a walkie-talkie? Like, what is going on in this
Brady,
clip?
Rick Ross, Lamar Jackson, who had a lemur on him for whatever reason. And of course, obviously, America being America, probably his biggest fan base. There's probably also the biggest population of stream snipers. People that are absolutely desperate for that small bit of clout. Like this guy who was wearing a prison jumpsuit and just started ripping off his clothes.
What the hell?
And he also had a run-in with this guy who called himself the Chain Snatcher. But
that was the biggest clip farm that I've ever seen. That might have been more diabolical than the fucking Jinxie clip farm that I just saw.
He's actually someone who gifted Speed a chain. But again, the irony being, if someone called the Chain Snatcher gifts you a chain, that means he probably stole it in the first place. So Speed kind of wised up and immediately gave it back to him.
It's a good point.
Steven Joe, the chain snatcher. Yeah. You didn't know. We got chain snatchers and shit. We going too.
You snatched his chain.
I thought he was giving it to me.
He gonna let you keep the chain?
Does he want it or no? Hold on. No. You know what? Get it back. Give it back. Yeah, give him back. Give him back. No. Give him back. No. He can get it back. He can get it. Tell him no. Give him. How you keep it?
That wasn't
what
the
is
only
he
strange
wearing?
guest he's had on as well.
It looks like he has like a suit on, but it also looks like a chef's uniform.
No. He can get it back. He can get it. Tell him no. Give him. How you keep it?
That wasn't the only strange guest he's had on as well. Like, there was this guy with like an incredibly realistic alien mask who was also invited onto the tour bus. And although he didn't give Speed a stolen chain, he
I saw
put a face
this.
blaster on him.
What's up, bro? Be right, man. I'm hungry, man.
I really was not sitting there watching this, but I did catch this at one point.
Hey, man. Put it up.
He even brought on this like really ancient meme for some reason. You know that meme of the guy who could like pop his eyeballs like halfway out of his sockets? I don't know. I guess just whoever the team could kind of just gather at the time.
Bro, this guy hasn't been a thing since Vine. Since like 2K13. That's crazy.
But also on top of that, Speed actually had a pretty big health scare during the tour. He basically lost his voice. His throat was in complete agony.
Yo, what's up, Peridot?
I know y'all probably missed me, but I'm at the doctor. They put a
stick down my, they put like something down my throat. They put it on my nose. I'm gonna be back in 5 minutes, y'all.
Thankfully, they didn't find any issues or anything.
Okay.
It was more just the amount he's been screaming. He's basically lost his voice entirely for
Yeah,
a little bit of time.
that checks
But
out.
while that was happening, his cameraman actually went around and asking people if Speed was attractive, which is probably 10 out of 10 wingman behavior.
Do you know who I show Speed is? This is my friend Speed. You know him? You ever seen his face?
I don't think so.
Well, if you could rate him on a scale of 1 to 10, what would it be?
Based off of what?
Looks. Looks, purely looks. Is he an attractive man?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks. I'm going to buy some boxes.
I guess I'd give him an 8.
Awesome.
Now, one of the more concerning things that happened on the stream is
I'll say that man needs a different haircut. Whoever that cameraman or whoever that guy is, it's not it, bro. You need a different haircut. And I can't really say much because I'm wearing this because my haircut is shit, but I can't afford to get a haircut. Surely that guy who's being paid by Speed, or seemingly being paid by I Show Speed, can get a haircut.
in urgent care. He was asked about some like personal details, and the cameraman, you know, actually forgot to mute the microphone. So basically, Speed was broadcasting his personal details to tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people. Now, these clips were obviously clipped as they are, but thankfully, most of these have actually been removed now. And obviously, I'm not going to play them because I don't want to show the guy's personal information. But Speed also had another possible injury when he was visiting the Daytona NASCAR track. He was allowed to hold one of the horses from a fire truck and shoot out some water. But the thing is, if you see how powerful the water is that gets shot out of a fire truck, you'll see where this is going, right? If any of you have played GTA, or if you've played Saints Row and you've got in the fire truck and you've shot out the water, you know how strong that stuff is. Pretty accurate, and Speed.
That's a thing? I didn't know you could do that.
All right, so Speed is here. Get down. I'm here to save the day. All right. I'm here to save the day.
Now, to conclude, there were talks that Speed was eventually going to go to the Mr. Beast compound to go and visit him, do some content. Now, the funny thing is, Mr. Beast actually ended up pranking I Show Speed. Now, the prank, which was laugh out loud hilarious, was tricking Speed into thinking he was arrested for trespassing on property. And you could see him like freaking out, saying like to call his parents and stuff. Honestly, again, this could be like, because Speed is a god tier of clip farming. He's a god tier like playing into it and stuff. So this could be another clip farm, but he does seem genuinely scared.
Bro, call my dad, bro. Bro, call my dad.
Yeah, we just got pulled over. They're trying to.
Ain't no fucking way this shit is happening right now. On my tour, bro. You know I ain't never raced a day in my life, bro. Y'all gotta stop this shit.
Bro, he's a god tier actor. He needs to become an actual like TV star or some shit, because he's actually kind of good at it.
Oh no. Girlfriend.
But I did not fall for that at all.
Hey, Speed! Welcome to my prison!
I fucking knew it. You know how I fucking knew it? Because I seen this shit right here. You always playing, Mr. Beast.
How's it going, chat? Hey, we're gonna throw up a poll in a minute. You guys tell me how long we should leave Speed in here. Anyways, how you doing?
Bro, why you got me in here?
I don't know. I thought your fans would like it.
Nah, chill out. No, hell no, hell no.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was everything that's happened so far. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, this is why Mr. Beast doesn't live stream. Because this shit would not work on a live stream. It has to be put onto YouTube videos. And it has to be pre-filmed and everything and highly edited. Mr. Beast does not work on a live stream. Anyways, chat, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Also, comment for the algorithm. Also, subscribe to Pyro, as usual. That's the end of the video. I'll end it here.